Hey everyone, how y'all doing? My name is Mateo and I am from Exit Muse. Thanks for checking out my video today. Today, I'm going to talk to you guys about creativity. Sometimes I want to be creative, but don't always have an idea of what I want to create. And I'm sure some of you who are creators or producers and things like that sometimes need a little inspiration. There's a couple different things that I do, and it's something that anyone with a Mac can do. So, sorry, PC users. You can do something similar on your own, but for Mac users, every Mac comes with GarageBand. I know what you're thinking, what you always use Pro Tools. Why are you talking about GarageBand? Well, I mean, over the years, GarageBand has gotten pretty good. In fact, Apple's been trying to bridge the gap between GarageBand and Logic for years to kind of get more people into Logic. So, something in GarageBand that's really cool is they have these kind of like template sessions that you can use. And sometimes when I'm feeling like I have a lack of inspiration, I will actually open up GarageBand and play a particular melody that I have in mind, but don't know exactly what I want to do with it. So let's take a look at GarageBand. So when you open up GarageBand, you have an option to create a new project, and in this section, in the new project section, there's a few different templates that they offer you. Now, you don't have to use any of these, you can just create an empty one, but what I like to do when I want some inspiration is open up the keyboard collection and play a little melody that I have in my head. So the keyboard collection has a number of different keyboards that range from different styles to, different types of hardware and stuff like that. You got everything from a classical grand piano to, like Moogs and Yamahas and stuff like that. This is kind of cool because you can kind of play one melody and hear everything played on different keyboards that have different sounds and give you different feels. I did something like that for this instance. So here we have a melody in that template session that GarageBand provides, and we're going to listen to the melody on straight piano and then hear what it sounds like on some of the other tracks. So this is the kind of the melody that I came up with. So, something kind of simple. I was kind of getting the vibe of using this for like a hip hop thing. And then I was kind of thinking, you know what? I do a lot of hip hop. I kind of wanted to do something maybe a little more electronic. So I started moving this around onto the different tracks and hearing what it sounds like on different keyboards and synths. So I went through all of them and I kind of picked out the ones that I liked. What I ended up doing was just duplicating the melody line that I had onto the tracks of the synths and keyboards that I actually liked. I think one of my favorites is probably this one right here. It's kind of cool. Has something that I really like that, gave me a few ideas. So, what I'm going to end up doing is I'm going to end up bouncing out all of these. And, each of these kind of gave me an idea for different songs. And that's like another benefit to this because this is opening up so many more opportunities. I could do so many different songs with this one melody line. And that's really great because it really comes down to just making music. And the more music you make, the better you get at it, and more likely you're going to come out with better music. So these tracks right here are each going to be their own song. So once you've decided which instruments you liked, if any of them at all even inspired you, what you do and what I do is I end up creating a selection over here. I usually like to include about a bar after the loop because with a lot of these instruments, they have effects on them and those effects bleed into each other. So if you end up wanting to loop these, once you import them into your actual DAW that you use, like I normally use Pro Tools. So when I import this, I want that tail end to be there so that when I loop it, it loops together nicely because there's still some information back there. as opposed to just cutting it off right at the end of it. So what I do here is make my selection, include a bar after the actual melody line. I solo what I want. I go to share and I go to export song to disk. Now, this is not ideal in the sense that unfortunately you're gonna have to do each track individually. The good thing is that it doesn't take very long to do it. So pick a place that you want to send it to. You can send it to your desktop and just create a new folder, call it new ideas, and then name it what you want. So this one was the piano piece. And then make sure to go with the highest quality one you want to do that. So that's going to be AIFF, uncompressed, 24-bit, and export cycle area only. So there's one track. Luckily, it does it offline, so it's fairly quick. We're going to do the next one. And so on and so on. All right, once you've done all that and you're ready to open up your DAW of choice, mine being Pro Tools, you can now import those audio files that you had exported from GarageBand, bring them into your DAW of choice. So grab these, drag them in, and all good. And we're going to create some tracks. So here are all the various instruments that had the melody. Now that I have these here, I'm gonna get cooking. Some of you might be asking, well, Mateo, why wouldn't you have just created a template session in your DAW of choice, which you can for sure. Now, my response to that would be, well, anyone with a Mac has GarageBand. And yes, you can do this in Logic. Logic has a very similar thing, although I actually still prefer the GarageBand version for this specific purpose, just because I like the variety of keyboards and synths that they offer in that template as opposed to the ones that are offered in the templates in Logic. And I use Pro Tools and I can create my own template in Pro Tools. Truthfully, I don't want to I don't want to because it's already done for me in GarageBand. So it's easy. It's already done for you. So I hope this was useful to you. Hopefully this will inspire you to create new music and potentially music that you probably wouldn't have done before, because some of these keyboards and synths are probably styles of keyboards and synths that you don't normally use. So I hope it inspires you to create something. And if it does, awesome. Let me know and, share it with me. I'd love to hear what you come up with. Thanks for tuning in. My name is Mateo from Exit Muse, and please feel free to like, comment, and share this video with your friends and family. Follow me on Twitter, Instagram. Everything is Exit Muse. Facebook is actually What's Your Muse. Until next time, happy mixing, happy music creating, and I look forward to bringing you guys something else. Cheers.